up everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 2 of Nanatsu no Taizai OVA. Now, apologies for this not being a live reaction. I did try to live react this, but the connection here for live streaming just isn't going to work. So then I was like, okay, I guess I'll just have to pre-record my live reaction. The episode would not stream. I've been trying to watch this episode for almost 24 hours now. I was finally able to do it, you know, when the Wi-Fi suddenly worked. But oh my goodness, I apologize guys. I really wanted this to be a live reaction, but the episode just kept buffering whenever I was trying to record it, so I just knew it had to be reviewed, it had to. But next week I will try once again to pre-record my live reaction, because live streaming just isn't going to work. So I'm going to try to pre-record my live reaction for next week's episode. Now, with Nanatsu no Taizai episode 2, it pretty much played out the same how it did last week. You know how, like, last week's episode, it was basically like, hey look, the gang, your favorite characters, they're here, OMG, look at these little funny comedy moments. Then at the end, we got a serious moment where, you know, the plot's about to hit, so you're just like, ooh, what's gonna happen? And that was pretty much this episode 2, so I was really surprised, because this is only gonna be about 4 or 5 OVAs. I think it's supposed to be 4. I could be wrong, it could also be 5. But we have such limited time for the story to hit. And if this is 4 episodes, then oh my gosh, we are fucked. But with episode 2 here, it was the exact same formula as last week's episode, so I feel like that the story's gonna be rather either rushed or just crammed in there. We don't have enough time to execute it to its full potential. I don't really know what Nakaba Sensei's thinking for this OVA, because again, if you didn't know, he did write this. It's just not in the manga, you know, he did write this, and so it's canon to the manga. So it's all very strange. And I did not like this episode too much. I was going in feeling really hyped that we were gonna get a Bond versus Meliodas battle. But the battle itself wasn't very hyped, because one thing, we had that Dragon Ball Super level of animation, just, ooh, okay, maybe not that bad, but you know, real close when it came to the battle animation, and just the tactics that they were using. Bond and Meliodas never, ever fight like this. I was so surprised. I was like, since when did you do that? What? Like, Meliodas, he picked up Bond and swung him around. And then Bond, he slid up and down inside the cube that Merlin created? What? That's not like Nanatsu no Taizai at all. That fight scene, I did not like that. It could just be me. Maybe you guys liked it because, you know, a fight is a fight. You get hyped just because there's a fight. Like, actually, King versus Hauser. That was funny. I enjoyed that because it was supposed to be a fair fight. So, you know, King could not use his magic. So they were just going to use their fish, you know, man to man, stuff like that. And King, he's just like, okay, there is one sacred fighting dance in the fairy clan. The dance of the fairies! And then he just goes in, just like, to Hauser's stomach, and Hauser's all like, oh, you poor kid, and just flicks him. But in the end, King wins because he got closer to Diane. So that was great. Hauser was just like, that was funny. And Gil Thunder, he was crying the entire time. Gil Thunder's reaction was priceless. Oh my gosh, I love Gil Thunder. So His Majesty had a vision. This vision was real trippy, alright? He just walked into a room, he was floating and everything, bad juju was all over the place, just like, whoa, okay, that was real trippy. How we end the episode is Dreyfus, he just asks some more questions to the boy, and then the boy's just all like, oh yeah, it's pointed in the direction of Leonis, and he's just all like, Leonis, I'm coming for you, you know, something like that, you know, his hood is revealed and everything, and it was honestly exactly like last week's episode, so I'm very surprised. What is gonna happen? I'm worried. Oh yeah, and in the end, Bond lost and Meliodas won. I felt like that this battle wasn't really taken too seriously. I felt like that this battle was just for fan service, and basically Nakaba Sensei was all like, okay, I'll give you one last battle, but don't expect this ever again. Like, that's what it seemed like to me. This battle between Bon and Meliodas was just fan service because we love these two characters, we know they're strong, we know that, like, the first battle that they had was total hype, so I felt like this was just like a throwback or fan service for us, but basically something that Nakaba Sensei just wanted to get over with. That's what it seemed like to me. So let me know your thoughts on this episode. Did you like this episode more than last week's? What did you think of the battle and Dreyfus? And yeah, so catch you later as I review chapter 68 of Noragami. Got live reaction to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and also live reaction to Thunderbolt Fantasy, and oh yeah, 91 Days! Gotta review 91 Days as well. Jam-packed today, oh boy. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.